I recently sat down with David Mazouz, who you might recognize as Bruce Wayne on TV's Gotham. When you found out that you got the part, what was the first thing that went through your head?
When you do something, especially in the comics world, you have a built-in following. You have a built-in expectation level. You have 75 years of devoted fans that are already there. You're stepping into a universe that's already existing. You're not creating it. And so with that comes great pressure. And so the first thing that came through my head was probably, just wow. I was just in shock.
Do you think that it helps to know, at least in the broad strokes, the character's future and what it's building towards?
Yeah. Because, I like to think of it not as I'm playing Batman 10 years before he becomes Batman. I like to think of it as I'm playing a rich kid who lost his parents. And with that, some little hints, teases, the writers like to throw little traits in here and there, like that Batman has to show the development. But I like to think of it as I'm a rich kid who lost his parents.
Do you feel, especially going into season 2, that the role becomes easier or some of the pressures taken off of you as Bruce Wayne as more iconic elements are introduced? Like we just saw the first hints of a Batcave, for example.
When you surround yourself with these things that are already existing, that you're not kind of stepping into a world and then creating all your new things, and you're kind of using some of the things that are already there, people definitely feel more attached because they're familiar with them. And so, does it help me? Not really, because like I said, I don't really think of it like I'm playing Batman 10 years before Batman, but I think it's definitely cool being a comic book fan.
And you have such a great cast around you. Have you received any advice from any of your other co-stars?
Definitely. Like you said, I've worked with they're really, really great people on the show. I've had some great role models and people that are just amazing actors and great people. Sean Pertwee is definitely one of those people. He's a great guy. I love hanging out with him. He hasn't really given me any advice, but he doesn't need to because he gives me advice through example. And he's just a great actor. He's a really great actor, and he's just an awesome guy.
With a show like Gotham, particularly in a social media age, there's a lot of secrecy. And
yeah.
Is there anything really weird that you're not allowed to do?
It's fine weird.
There's just certain stipulations sometimes that come with a part like this. I'm just wondering, is there anything that's been strange, or you've had to adjust the way you behave or talk to people?
Not really. I think the biggest thing that's affected me is when I talked to press. They told us that we're not allowed to use the term Batcave.
Mm.
They said use the word Bat Hole, and I don't want to do that. And
I don't
so
blame you.
yeah, and so I don't. I usually refer to it as the Bruce Hole,
okay.
or the Thomas Wayne's office.
Right.
Yeah.
I would stick with Thomas Wayne's office.
Yeah, but it's the Bruce Cave.
The Bruce Cave.
Bruce Cave.
Will they let you do that?
I don't know.
It's kind of close.
I don't know. But I think there are certain things that I'm not supposed to say. And
obviously no spoilers.
Right. But nothing too weird.
And this is multiple choice. Has to be one of these choices.
Okay.
Who do you want to be when you grow up?
Okay.
Adam West.
Okay.
Michael Keaton.
Okay.
Val Kilmer.
Okay.
George Clooney.
Okay.
Christian Bale. Or Ben Affleck.
See, for me, Christian Bale has an advantage because he was the only one that I got to see in theaters because I was alive. And so...
It helps.
Yeah, so
that'll move more tickets.
Right. And so he has an advantage with me personally, just because, I was alive when he came out. But I really like some of the other ones. Bruce I think the inspiration for Bruce has definitely come from Christian Bale the most. It's kind of that darker side of him. Definitely not Adam West. But if I had to choose one that I want it to be, I'm going to go with Ben Affleck because I have faith, because it looks really promising, and I'm really excited.
Do you find that you adopt any elements from the other actors who have brought something to the role? Like, do you find that you're channeling bits of Christian Bale sometimes, or maybe when you dance, you channel Adam West?
Definitely. Well, not the dancing with Adam West, but
Season 3.
yeah, 4 actually. No, definitely. A lot of times. I mean, when I first went in for the audition, I knew I was auditioning for Bruce Wayne, and I definitely took inspiration from Christian Bale, and during the pilot, working with Danny Cannon, I definitely took things from him, and also a lot of times when I think, a lot of times I'm like, I don't really know exactly how to play this. A lot of times what goes through my head is, what would Christian Bale do?
Be sure to join us for part 2 of our interview with David Mazouz, where we talk about the DC Comics multiverse, who he'd like to see cross over onto Gotham, and where he would like to go elsewhere in the DC Comics world.